everyone. Thanks for tuning in to the Toronto Success Series. We've actually got a fantastic guest today, and we're actually on site at Mellow Walk headquarters. Today we've got Andrew Rioli, the president of Mellow Walk here in Toronto. Thank you for inviting us to your shop, Andrew.
Thank you very much for coming.
Now, could you tell us a little bit about Mellow Walk and your production and how things work for you?
You know, we're actually quite excited. This is our 20th year of production. And when my father, who was the co-founder of the company, started Mellow Walk in 1993, the Mellow Walk was one of the last shoe manufacturers then. It's even more so true today. There are fewer and fewer people that are doing domestic shoe manufacturing. So for us, it's really, it goes beyond being a survival story. It becomes a story about thriving in much changed circumstances today.
Now, Andrew, you brought up a good point, and that was one of my questions with regards to you competing internationally.
Right.
How is Mellow Walk able to compete with other sources of shoes from, well, India, China, or wherever overseas? How do you guys do that?
Right. I like to say we try harder, and I think that is part of the whole equation to why we are successful. We do try harder at what we do here, but we're able to tell a really nice story. And it's not just about somebody buying a pair of shoes that happen to have a safety toe in them. It's they're buying into this nice story about a Canadian family company that manufactures domestically while everyone else has gone offshore, that uses nice materials, nice good quality leathers, that has a really good quality fit. People understand those things, and when you start explaining to them and breaking down why it is that you do what you do, people understand that, and they will buy into it, and they will become ambassadors for your brand to others.
Now, Andrew, you had mentioned that it's a family business. How is it different, or what are the unique challenges that one might face with a family business versus just a corporation?
Sure. You bring a lot of those dynamics that families have into your workplace. So you know, we've had our share of disagreements over the years about things, but it does mean getting to work with people that you care about. You know, getting to work with your father, getting to work with now I work with my brother, and also with my cousin, who joined recently as our chief financial officer. So it's getting to work with people that you trust, getting to work with people that are all on the same, all wanting to achieve the same goals, and that's a really powerful thing when those kind of when all those things come together.
Now, I'm wondering, as a business owner and entrepreneur, what's one of the biggest challenges that you have faced to kind of get things going and just building the Mellow Walk brand to what it is today?
Certainly, as a small company, we don't have the large marketing budget that someone would have. You know, a larger company would have a large marketing budget to be able to really promote your brand. We rely a lot on good word of mouth. The fact that we have a good relationship with the people that buy our shoes. But we feel it's really about building a community of people that, the Mellow Walkers, so to speak, that will continue to buy your shoe over and over and over again. And you know, when they go to repeat on the shoe, we want to make sure that they're repeating on a Mellow Walk shoe.
Okay.
And so for us, it's really about connecting with the people that buy our shoes, either through our online communities on Facebook, through our website, through our Twitter feed. I mean, those are all really important factors for us in getting people to really understand the brand and continue to buy it.
Now, with regards to kind of building that loyal following, how important is customer service? How does customer service play into all of that? Because I sometimes find that companies overlook customer service where I might think it's crucial. But you tell me, Andrew, how does that play?
And I'm glad you asked me this, because we've also had a chance to test out customer service with you, Chris. And I think what you found was that when somebody has a question or a complaint about a service, I do expect that we respond to it. And you know, so we do go out of our way to make customers happy. And you know, we always know there's so many options, there's so many different choices that people have today that you know, for us, every time we have a chance to talk to a customer, it's a chance to connect with them, and so that we will go out of our way to make customers happy. You know, there are times that when we do things here, they go wrong, we fix them. And that's the whole thing, is that if something that we did doesn't work for people, we will go out of our way to fix it.
Perfect.
And so that customer service does certainly come. So when the customer emails us, contacts us, we want to make sure the customer's happy at the end of the day.
Oh, perfect. Actually, and a quick side note with regards to the customer service experience. In a nutshell, I had an issue with a pair of shoes that I had purchased from Mellow Walk. I sent it in an email or two, but there was a problem with the email system that they were using. So I posted a remark on Facebook just asking if anybody was, at the helm or reading the emails. And within 5 minutes, well, actually maybe 7 minutes, I don't want to round down too much, but within 7 minutes, Andrew personally replied to me and said that, I'm sorry we didn't get back to you, we're going to look into it. He then invited me to the factory for a tour, and the issue was was sorted out and addressed on the spot. And for me, that's huge. That's the customer service that is phenomenal. And are you able to see my shoes? I don't know if you can, maybe not. If you can, I'm actually wearing my Mellow Walk shoes right now. Fantastic. But side note, I love that. So that's brilliant.
I think certainly as we go into places like Facebook, it's an instantaneous contact with customers, and it's a responsibility and it's a privilege. The privilege is being able to communicate with customers when they have something good to say about you, when they don't, and the responsibility for us is to be able to respond quickly and address people's concerns quickly.
And Andrew, I noticed that Mellow Walk is very involved in local charities. I know that you guys have been involved with CNIB and the Alzheimer's Association. How important is kind of giving back? As your business is successful and you as an individual, how important is giving back? What's your philosophy on that?
Yeah, absolutely. This year in particular, we've always had a philanthropy program here. But this year I said, you know what, we're going to try something different. We're going to give to charities that are important to our staff. And that was a big change for us. I want our staff to know that we're supporting them. One way that we support the people that work here is by supporting the causes that are important to them. So in this case, when a staff comes to us and says, they have a personal connection to CNIB, would we support that? The answer is yes, we will. When somebody says that they have a family member with Alzheimer's, and it would be really important to them if we could help support it, that's what we would do. So we always look for causes that have meaning to the people that work here. And I think that just builds a better workforce and a better culture.
Absolutely. I love that as a concept. Now, with regards to developing new products and actually building the business into something bigger and better, how does failures come into play? How do you utilize a failure to design a better shoe or to design a better brand?
Good question. Mellow Walk has certainly, like all companies, had its share of failures over the years. But one of the things that I do personally is I wear test all of our products. I want to have that connection, knowing how the product is going to perform for our customers. So I certainly make sure that I'm part of the wear test group. We do extensive wear testing with all of our product before we launch it. And really it's about knowing how the shoes could perform in different environments. And the best way to do that is to say, to ask yourself some questions. Is this a Mellow Walk shoe? And we're really known for comfort. So if we're designing a shoe that doesn't really fit that criteria, then I'd say it's not a good fit for us. We're not about introducing product in all categories simply to have a product there. It has to really stay true to our DNA as a company.
Okay.
But again, when it comes to failure, I think all companies can't be afraid to try and fail. I think that's important. I think failing is just as important as succeeding. Because I know all the times that we have failed on things, I've learned some valuable lessons. And maybe sometimes one of those valuable lessons is that we've strayed too far from what we do best.
Okay.
And so I think that's also key.
And in building Mellow Walk up as a brand and the product lines that you guys have right now, if you were able to go back, say, 10 or 15 years, what would be the one key change that you would have perhaps done differently that would have accelerated the brand and the company?
So when we talk about failures of the company, I think it usually comes back to misadventures. You go off and you go into an area that you really didn't understand properly. You didn't understand the market. You didn't understand what the retailer wants. And I think when you stray too far from what the company was good at, what the company's strengths are, I think that's when those failures appear. And I think we've had a few of those over the years. And I think now what you see is Mellow Walk thinks of itself not just as a safety footwear company, but as an occupational footwear company. We make shoes that people can wear to work. So that whether that's in an environment that requires a steel toe, or requires an anti-slip shoe, or requires so to speak, a duty shoe.
Okay.
Those are occupational types of shoes. That's what we do. That's what Mellow Walk is about.
And last question for you, Andrew. What is the, I guess, key takeaway point that you want our viewers to take away from the interview? So any business owners or budding entrepreneurs, what's the key takeaway that they should leave this video with?
I think being an entrepreneur is one of the greatest things that you can do. And it's not for everybody. There's risks and there's rewards.
Absolutely.
But if you have the opportunity to become an entrepreneur, I'd say take it. Take it knowing, take it with a plan. Take it knowing that you've fulfilled, done all your due diligence, that you have created the structure to support yourself. But take that risk, because there's nothing more than being in control of your own destiny, being able to create products or services that are unique to the marketplace, being able to provide employment to others out there. Those are really rewarding, satisfying endeavors. And so I would say that it's a great lifestyle, it's a great life. And I think, especially as the Canadian economy, the younger people coming to the Canadian economy, I think you're going to be seeing a lot more younger people choosing careers in entrepreneurial backgrounds.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again, Andrew, for having us in Mellow Walk headquarters. Fantastic place, and as you guys have probably seen, it's a hive of activity. We got pallets being moved around and product being placed, so it's definitely great. So thank you again,
Chris.
much
My pleasure.
appreciated, and take care.
Thank you. Thanks very much.